guys, if you're watching this video, you've been to one of our blanket classes. In the workshop, you had 140 yards of cozy chenille yarn. I always recommend going to the store and feeling it. Don't buy it offline unless you know what you're buying. To start your blanket, you are going to start with a slip knot that is 3 to 4 finger lengths wide. That is your stitch size. You can certainly go smaller. We don't do that in the workshop just because it takes more time, and you're going to have obviously a smaller, heavier blanket. But in the workshop, again, 140 yards. You can certainly buy more than that to do your own blankets of varying sizes. You're just going to choose your width length, meaning how many stitches you do, and then just keep on going from there. So I'm going to show you how to start and finish your blanket so you can keep making it home. So always have your yarn out in the direction that you're going to be going. It's important to keep this first chain flat. So what you're going to do is, like I say in the workshop, no other better way to explain it than you're going to stick your fingers in your slip knot, reach down and pinch that yarn off the table. So that makes one stitch. And you just keep going to, I always hold it flat. You don't want it to get twisted. Some of you guys in the workshop, that's when we have to redo our first chain stitch, that's why, because it gets twisted. But you're just going to keep going, and when you pull through, you are going to make sure that your stitch size stays pretty much the same. That's important so you don't have a trapezoid shaped blanket. So for the purpose of the video, I'm going to keep it nice and short. So we would have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 stitches so far. Let's just make it even 10. That'll bother me. So 10 stitches. And remember, it's not a stitch till you pull through, and you can count the mountaintops. So that's your first row. All right. To start your second row, you are going to take this loose loop and just fold him up, and he becomes your first stitch on that second row. I then bring my yarn. I always like to have it the direction I'm going. Except now I'm in a big old knot. Always have it the direction that you're going. Make sure this guy stays flat until you're a pro. And then you're going to pull through all of your mountaintops. And you want to keep, in the workshop I now call these like bunny ears. You want to keep all your bunny ears around the same size because those turn into your stitches. And so my magic number was 10. So when I get to the end of this, I should have 10 bunny ears. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Remember the last one can oftentimes be hiding back there because that's your little slip knot, but you have 10 bunny ears around the same size. So that's your second row. To continue, it's smooth sailing from here, and you just go in all of your bunny ears, again, keeping your stitch size the same. So in the workshop, we tell you guys to do 20 to 30 stitches as your width. Some of you guys do 20, some of you guys do 30. Some of you guys do more than 30. It's just completely up to you guys on what you would like to do. So your blanket size, remember, is going to be just dependent on your stitch size and how much yarn that you use. You want to make sure that you're counting your stitches every row. That's important, because if you miss one, essentially this is like slip knots and slip knots, so you will eventually have a big old puddle of yarn, because you'll eventually just have a hole that will eat away at itself. And so you just keep on doing those bunny ears within bunny ears. And the more blankets you make, the easier it is. Like I can do it while riding in the car now, and I wish I'd done it when I used to travel a lot for my corporate job. I could have been doing them on airplanes. Instead I just slept, but. So you just keep on going till it's as long as you would like, all right? I'm going to pause and make this one a little longer, and I'll be back to show you guys how to end it. All right, we're back, and I'm gonna show you guys how to end it. Get some extra yarn. So in the workshop, I measure out, you know, when I go mark it with a blue tape, I measure out about 3 yards. It's really just gonna depend about your blanket size. So I don't know, just measure 3 to 4 yards, and if you don't end up having enough, you'll just need to take out your previous row and go from there. So to close it off, you're going to pick up your first loop where you ended your last row. Pick up one, pick up the next one, and then this yarn you're going to tuck in the back side of it and pull through. Remember, you want to keep your stitch size the same. That one's a little long. So 1, 2, and then pull through, and then that pull through loop becomes your first loop. So 1, 2, then pull through, 1, 2, then you pull through. You don't want to get it too tight. You want to make sure that this guy stays the same size as your bunny ears so it doesn't become like a trapezoid. So 1, 2, then you push through, 1, 2, then you push through, 1, 2, then you push through, 1, 2, push through, 1, 2, and then this one, you would pull this all the way through. I'm not going to do it because I still have a big ball of yarn left, but you pull this one all the way through, and then just tie it off in a square knot, and then remember, tuck your tail in through the top, and same thing with through the bottom. You would just kind of weave it. When you join 2 skeins of yarn, I don't cut them super close, the square knot. I leave that extra and I'll wind it through, because if for some reason when you're washing or something and it breaks, you're gonna have a big problem on your hand. But that is how you would end it. And remember, it's not a big deal if you have to take it apart. You just pull and it'll come right out for you to start back where you need to start from. So that is about it. If there's any questions, feel free to shoot them over, and I will see what I can help you with virtually. So see you guys in the studio soon. Bye.